Hello flute players, welcome back to our virtual lessons. It's been a few weeks since we've done this, so I think it's important that we start at a place where we are. We just came back off the end of spring break, which means a lot of our muscles in our faces have taken a week off. You know, it's okay. I didn't pick up my flute during spring break, and I bet many of you didn't as well. So today we are going to focus mainly on the exercises to rebuild those muscles, revisit the 2 scalar exercises we've been doing for the past few weeks, and also add an extra one on so that we can have a solid 15-minute practice regimen built out before we even touch the piece. For those of you that are just joining us after having gotten your instrument back or finding a rental for your instrument, you will need an instrument for the rest of the semester, so make sure you have access to one. You will have to watch the first 3 weeks of the video lessons on the Google Doc to catch back up to everyone else where you are on the piece. Because next week we are going to be discussing our actual final project, which is going to be to record this piece with certain guidelines so that we can all play it together at the end of the semester in a virtual orchestra. Not together in person, but in a virtual orchestra. So, right off the bat, let's get that tuner out. Give me a B flat and match my pitch. That's B flat. So, pull out your metronome, 80 beats per minute, 8 beats each pitch, bottom to top, top to bottom. My chops are going to be a little bit loose right now too, and yours might be as well, or they will be. So it's okay to make a mistake. Just try to recover and hold the note out for as long as you can in an 8 beat. But if you miss the note, don't add on any extra time. It's always just an 8 beat section. Ready? 1, 2, ready. Big breaths. Great, keep going. 5, 6, 7. And back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great, keep going. There it is. So obviously my struggle there is my top end. On the way up, that high A and high B flat just weren't there for me. And that's going to take a lot of time to get back now. But that's the thing is, a couple weeks of work, and then you take a week off, and you go 2 steps forward, 1 step back, right? So don't allow yourself to slip like that. This is a lesson for all of us. Practice needs to be consistent, first and foremost. If it's only 15 minutes a day, it's 15 minutes a day. But it's better than going a week without and then trying to do 6 hours in one sitting. Not good. So, our second exercise, we are going to take our timer down to 70 beats per minute. We're going to do our do, re, mi, re, do. Bottom to top, we'll take a pause, and then we'll try top to bottom. We'll see if we're able to do it this time. Ready? One, two, ready. Bottom to top, starting in our high B flat now, going down. 2, ready. Much better than it was at the beginning, right? Starting at the high B flat, I was able to fix my embouchure, and that's something you should be able to find even in one sit down of practice. Is what you find hard at the beginning of the practice should be much easier by the time you're done with your 15 to 20 minute practice, right? Now our third one. I'm going to demonstrate this. This one's a little bit harder because it involves skipping notes, whereas normally we go in stepwise, right? Do, re, mi. We always work in stepwise motion. So I'm going to sing this one first. Ready? 1, 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, re, fa, mi, sol, fa, la, sol, ti, la, do, ti, re, do. So that's it on the way up. And we're going to start at the high do and do the same thing down. So before you do that, pause me, go back, sing along on the way up with your hand cymbals. Now on the way down. Do, 1, 2, ready, go. Do, la, ti, sol, la, fa, sol, mi, fa, re, mi, do, every note is a half note. There are two notes outside of the scale that we play in that. There's the high C, because it goes ti, re, do. So that re is your high C. It's the exact same fingering as your low C. So that's your low C. And same as you do with the octave B flat, faster air, colder air. It's about as close as we're getting. Right? And the other one is T before your low do, T. So go to your low B flat. And then add your second finger just like the high A. Take your first finger off, so it's thumb, 1, 2. Right? That's your low A. So let's try this together, starting on our do. Do, 1, 2, watch me first. That's hard. Okay, let me think about this. I gotta think about my flute fingerings. It's the hardest instrument for me to remember the fingerings on, so I might mess this up a couple times. Ready? 1, 2, ready. Down. There it is. So that is the hardest exercise we've done so far. Eventually, at full speed, it'll be do, mi, re, fa, mi, sol. But right now we're taking it at half speed to make sure that our muscles are developing that tone we want, that nice fat tone. And already you can tell I'm kind of even surprised by how much I improved over this 13-minute lesson. So do this for yourself. Record your practice. You know, this is one thing that I should have recommended earlier, is something I do personally. Whenever you are practicing, record yourself. Even if it's not the whole thing, record 5 to 10 minutes of it, pack it away, label it with a date on your computer so that you can come back to it in a couple months and just feel good about yourself. You know, that's one thing, just to see how you're growing. Obviously, that's what I aim to do when you send me these practice tracks, is give you feedback on your playing. But I'm not the only person that can give you feedback on your playing. You can as well. So, your homework for this week is to record that exact last exercise we did, concert B flat, doing the skipping scale, the do, mi, re, fa, 60 beats per minute with a metronome, playing half notes for each note. Not quarter notes, half notes. So, do, mi, re, fa. Record that, submit it on the Google Classroom, email me if you have any questions. For those of you that are just joining the instrumental project now, you still do need to go back for the last 3 weeks. Do not worry about being right on top of everything. We are working on this piece as a class, and you need to do the previous lessons before you start tackling the piece next week. So for those of you that are just joining us now, do the scale exercise from this week's assignment, and then go all the way back to week 1. Those of you that have caught up and been along with us for the whole ride, thank you. I appreciate you. I see you. And in this difficult time, I appreciate your hard work. Email me if you have any questions. I will talk to you all during our next lesson.